Meow, meow, meow.
Hello everybody, Mr. Lilly here. Today I wanted to bring you another fun deck to use. This is the Catastrophe deck. Well, what is Catastrophe? A Catastrophe is a card that spawns off the card Purrsuit of Perfection. In order to get this card off, you need to have played 20 cards with different names, and then you get Catastrophe. And Catastrophe is a 30-30 overwhelm for 1. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. The thing is, pulling off Catastrophe is extremely hard. Playing 20 cards with different names is a very difficult thing to do. So I tried to make this list to make it happen. This is at heart, a PnZ control list, but it runs a bunch of one-of spells. You really need to have almost entirely one-ofs in order to get Catastrophe off. The only multiple copies we run are Rummage to cycle through our deck. We run 2 copies of Static Shiv because I deals well with aggro and it also cycles itself. We run 2 Heimerdingers because Heimerdinger is really good for each one of his turrets has a different name and counts as a different card for Catastrophe. Then 2 Minotaur Reckoners to help stall out the day, and 2 Progress Day. Progress Day is also an extremely necessary card to draw out your deck. It's a fun deck to use, but it can be frustrating when you have a Purrsuit of Perfection ready to play and you end up losing, like you'll see in one of these clips. We're trying to get Purrsuit of Perfection off is a long shot, but when you do get him, it is a great feeling. There's tons of times where I'm about to play him and I end up losing, or I'm about to play him and my opponent just surrenders. So that can be a little sad, but when you do get him off, it is very rewarding, and most of the time, your opponent will enjoy it as well. So without further ado, check out this game that I played with this Catastrophe deck. Alright, so what you're going to see in this clip is pretty sad. I have my Purrsuit of Perfection at 19 out of 20 spells cast. Almost certainly going to play him next turn and win the game. Go ahead and pass my turn. Waiting for my opponent to just pass back and let me win, but as you can imagine, they had a different idea. They go ahead with a double cast on their Karma in order to generate the final spark from Lux, and as you can imagine, finish me off 1 turn before I'm able to play my Purrsuit of Perfection. It was pretty sad, and I almost gave up hope right here, but the show goes on to the next game. So in this clip, you'll see I am deep late game against a Demacia Freylord aggro deck. My Purrsuit of Perfection is at 19 out of 20 casts, ready to be summoned, and all I have to do is draw a card I haven't played yet, and I win the game. And I had already played a Culling Strike. Yeah. At this point in my deck, I had ran multiple copies of Culling Strike because I thought it was good enough at taking out champion cards and helping me stall out the game, but with this very depressing draw, I went ahead and I cut almost every single multiple copy in my deck to run as many one-ofs as I could. It was very, very sad when I drew that card. But here he goes with his giant late game card, essentially guaranteeing that there is nothing I can do to play. And there you see me trying to cast Purrsuit of Perfection in one last desperate measure, but it was nothing. Maybe I put these puff caps in his deck and he surrenders out of fear of poison mushrooms, but very unlikely. And I go ahead and pass my turn because I'm thinking maybe there's something I can draw that will help me out. And if it's a burst, that's even better. And look, it is a burst. So that is what I was kind of hoping for, and that's not what I was hoping for. I really needed him to play a card. If he had played a card, I could have bursted Purrsuit of Perfection, but I still would have died like a dog in the ground. But that's just how it is. So really sad. Ended up losing this one, but didn't lose hope. All right, now we're playing in this game against a very similar deck, and we are 1 cast away from getting our Purrsuit of Perfection off. We are 19 out of 20, and I'm able to play the Arachnoid Sentry, stunning out his guy, and very much securing that I will be able to swing in. Waiting for his response. There's almost nothing he can do to stop this Purrsuit of Perfection. So we go ahead and play it. Our opponent sits in awe at the masterpiece that we had just assembled, contemplating his every move, wondering if there's anything he can do to stop his inevitable demise, but alas, there will be nothing. He hits me with a Shinbao, and of course I Shinbao back. Like the gentleman this player is, they decide not to surrender. I throw out my Purrsuit of Perfection, and he blocks it. Alright? It's a 30-30 overwhelm, not much you can do about that. But let's see, does he have something? Maybe. What do you think he could possibly play that would stop this 30-30 from swinging in for lethal? Well, he hits it with the barrier, blocking all damage from my 30-30. A little disappointing, but he hits me with a Crying Poro. No, we're no Crying Poros here. We get the Death Lotus off, dealing 1 damage to both battling units, knocking his barrier off, and inevitably allowing our 30-30 to swing in. Ooh, almost frostbites my guy. That would be the biggest counter to my 30-30, is just constantly getting frostbit. But our Death Lotus goes off, we swing in, and win the game. Thank you very much for watching. It was a very fun deck to use, very frustrating at times, but inevitably rewarding when we were able to pull it off. It's an epic card, so I really don't recommend crafting it. Save your epics unless you want to have fun with this deck. It was very fun to use, so if that's the game you're playing, then definitely recommend it for you. But for the average guy, I would say don't go ahead and craft Purrsuit of Perfection unless you really want to. That's all. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for watching. If you made it this far, I wanted to make an announcement saying that I'm working on a solid schedule for my Twitch and YouTube streams, and that I'm going to have my donation button set up to donate to different first responder charities throughout the world. I know a lot of my viewers are in different countries, so I didn't want to make it a US-based first responder charity. If you have any suggestions for firefighting or first responder charities from your country or different places in the world, please leave it in a comment below, and I'll see if I can have my donations set to go to it. So thank you very much, and please like and subscribe.